Hey, what's going on? This is TerrenceRe, and I got another stock market update for you. We're going to be going over technical analysis. We're going to talk about the S&P 500. We're going to talk about gold and the confluence between the charts. And we're going to also talk about a little bit about Coinbase and Bitcoin. So let's get right to it. Looking at my watch list right now, we got the VIX futures and the VIX down about 2%. If you look right over here. The overall market, the SP 500, is basically relatively flat. It's been bouncing back and forth. We got the NASDAQ futures, the Dow futures. Basically, they're all relatively flat. Now, the Russell is leaning a little bit towards being bullish on the day, with it close to almost 0.5% up. The bonds are down. Gold is relatively flat, but it is in the green. Oil is flat. And Bitcoin is basically up like 0.5%. So I would call that flat as well. The financials, you're looking right here, the XLF is flat. So we basically got an inside day. Now, I had something totally different planned for the video, but as I was running through some charts, I'm going to drop this. I'm going to bring up Trading View. And so what you're looking at right now is the gold futures on Trading View. And the reason why I have that up is because I can do harmonic patterns on here where I can't do that on any other platform that I use. And so you can see I did this in a previous video. I got A, B, and then your BC is your retracement. And then you got, so A, so from this point, A to B equals C to D. And the D completion is going to complete right around 1892.5 on the gold futures. So right up around this area, right? So we're close to it, and it just seems like it's just slowing down, right? So you may be saying, so what does that have to do with the S&P 500? So as gold, and generally what happens, like I said in the previous video, it doesn't always, but sometimes you get a reaction once you hit this level, and it may pull back right into round around in here and then continue up. But sometimes you do get a reaction most of the time when this pattern completes, right? So if now look at that. So it's reaching a support level. Excuse me, I'm sorry, resistance. It's reaching a resistance level. Now let's go to the SPY. Now, same thing. Let's drop down to the 1 hour. If you look over here to the left, this right here is a gap. Yesterday, it hit right up around this area and then sold off. So the S&P 500 is also reaching a resistance level right here. So this is the gap down, right? And so gaps generally play, if the gap was below price action, it could act as support. If it's above, sometimes it acts as resistance. So as gold is reaching a resistance level, a Fibonacci level at the end of that harmonic pattern, so is the SPY reaching resistance that's holding right here. So, I just think that if one of them sells off, like I think that both of them will sell off, right? So either it's going to blow through this level, and I think that if the SP 500 blows through this level, I think gold will also blow through that level as well. So, I am bearish the S&P 500. That is my bias. I do plan on, I already got one short trade on in it. I think I'm down on it a little bit, and but it's a very small trade, and I am thinking of adding on to it by selling some type of premium or whatever, like getting short, uh, like a short call spread or something like that. So I'd like to see it pull back and maybe test this area again, and then I would like to, because I think that we're in. See how it's consolidating sideways. It did break out of the range a little bit, but now it looked like it's getting ready to come back and test this trend line of this range. And so, my bias is that this is all part of the four, your fourth wave, and I think the fifth wave will break down to the downside. And I predict we'll come down here and challenge this area down here right around 360 over the next, could be the next few months, maybe the next month or so. That's why I like selling premium instead of buying options, because buying options, if you bought any option, I don't know, really doesn't matter whether it was a call or a put, depending on, like, if you bought the call like right here on this day, you made money, or you bought the put right here and you just held it for a day. But anything other than that, you just getting chopped away in here, and you're losing value of your option on theta decay. So I don't really I like to buy, if I'm going to buy an option, try to catch it like during the impulse move. You would have wanted to catch it during this 3-wave right here, or this wave count. So, and I also want to take a look at Coinbase and show you the Coinbase chart and the Bitcoin chart, how they look just alike. So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. And because Coinbase, let's look at Bitcoin first. You see Bitcoin, right? See how we got these last week or so, it's just been inching up, right? See that? Now, let's take a look at coin. So these are just different ways that you can play. There's different ways that you can play Bitcoin. Looks similar, don't it? See? Now, I'm not advocating like, hey, go out and buy Coinbase. Like this, it could just be consolidated. Now, I'm just saying this is a way of playing Bitcoin. If you want, the charts look similar. They are trading similarly, and this may not be a bad move if you want to. It gapped up off of this area, first of all. So you see, you got a doji right here. So you got this doji candlestick, and then this candlestick right here took out that low, but then it pushed back up. So you got like a hammer candle right here, and this hammer candle, and then it gapped up off of it. So you got 1 green day, 2 green day. It's possible to get a 3rd green day right there. And so me personally, you probably could take out these highs right here, maybe, before it begins to look like it's going to go back down. Let's look at it on an intraday. You even got a bull flag, right? Up, pull back. Now, if I was going to I'll throw a little fib on it just to see. Now, I don't like just looking at that level. So what I look for, it didn't retrace far enough. I like it to come back and hit this sweet spot in this zone right here. I need it back here at the 38%, or down here at the 61%. I like to see my pullbacks in between these two levels before I start drawing like any type of conclusion as far as like, is it a legit? Now that is a bull flag. You got 1, 2, 3 candles down, and then boom. But I just don't know if this move is gonna be sustained, because it didn't pull back far enough. It's almost like that rubber band effect, where you pull a rubber band back and then we turn it loose, it go, you know what I'm saying? Same thing in the market. I want to see it. I don't think this move right here is going to be enough of a move, because we didn't get enough momentum. We didn't get enough on the pullback. I need to see the pullback back in here to see that snap forward. And then I start looking for different levels to take profit. So, but Coinbase is another way to play Bitcoin if you don't want to spend $17,000 on one Bitcoin. You can come in here and sell some premium possibly in Coinbase. And I do believe that is what people are doing right now. And the reason why I say that is because on the TastyWorks platform, they give you a watch list of hourly top equities, and Coinbase is right up here at number 3, right behind Tesla, Apple. It's number 3. It's being traded right now currently ahead of NVIDIA, Netflix, Amazon, Microsoft. It's ahead of those. So it's up here with the big boys. And so people are trading it. It does have an IV rank of 35. So the premium is pretty juicy. Now you can come down in here and do something. Let's see. I mean, if I was going to do something, if I had to model a trade, earnings is February 23rd. So obviously I want to be before earnings. So you can come in here and maybe sell a putty right there, sell the 30 at the $30. That's the 18 delta. It's gonna give you a 78% probability of profit. Collect one that's some juicy premium. So your buying power is gonna it's gonna margin you $1,000 basically and you're gonna collect 173. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now you could come closer, sell that 35, sell the 29 delta, take in $325 in premium. You still got a 67% pop. You got a 78% probability of collecting 50% of this. Meaning like the system is telling you you can make $160. Just shoot for half of this. And it increases your percentage right there. Right? It's gonna margin you about $1,500 though. So, or if you don't want to sell the naked put, then buy the wing. Right now, look a little better risk wise. Buying power only 348, collecting 152 in premium, and you still got a 62% pop. So it's still a high probability trade. So those are just some examples of some possible, like if you ain't want to buy shares, this is a way of trading it. If you want to get bullish Bitcoin, you can get bullish Bitcoin by getting bullish in Coinbase. If that's your buy, if that's what you think. Now, obviously, you may not. You could come here and maybe hit your iron condor. Think it's gonna sit. That's not a bad trade right there. You're outside of the expected move and still collecting 172 in premium. Buying power just 329, and you're outside of the expected move. I think that's a decent trade too, high probability trade, and you just force the market to beat you. So with that, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share the video if you got something out of it. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'll probably put something on tomorrow and talk about the trade that I put on tomorrow. And with that, guys, I'm gonna be out. Peace.